Ho, it's good to see you again.
More point of damage available for Ostkaka next turn. Playing the user here would cost him the game. But on the other hand, Twilight Well, that's not going to win you the game.
Yeah,
One user might.
Twilight was actually really bad here because the patron will, you know, propagate itself.
There is a Drake, but Ostkaka has so many draws to get to lethal whirlwinds.
Oh, not quite.
Not yet. But he can damage one on patron and draw one more card with that.
I think drawing 4 cards right now is a pretty good.
Yeah, I think 4 is in.
Like if he decides to not use whirlwind and then uses battle rage, if he gets Gnimsh, that will be enough.
Whoa, he decides to cycle the whirlwind as well.
Just one more chance to get the weapon that he's looking for.
See if he finds it.
All right.
Armorsmith is not the card. Acolyte, not really. Enrage!
There
That
we
is
go.
going to do it.
Wow, there's an enrage for Ostkaka. This means he has now.
Oh wait, the flame
the
tongue totem
flame tongue
shifted
totem.
positions.
What?
It's actually not lethal anymore.
It's not lethal because of the new patron that spawned
wow.
next to the flame tongue totem.
So Ostkaka should have attacked the 5 attack patron before doing that play, and now he's actually gonna, you know, miss lethal. It might not be too punishing as Thijs can't really deal with this board, but that was an interesting, you know, mechanic there.
But I'm sure it's really stressful for Ostkaka at this point.
Yeah, I mean, how often does that situation pop up?
Well, not often, and certainly not often in the World Championships.
Exactly.
Okay, guys, so Thijs has one more draw, and that's Couple Shadow Priest. He can steal the Flame Tongue Totem!
That's true, but it's not going to help him, and Thijs is going to drop a game with the Priest. Ostkaka showing us why Patron Warrior is still very relevant.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Ostkaka thinks game number 1 versus Thijs.
Thijs just Ice Block.
The only minion that would survive the Flame Strike thing.
Right.
Getting the buff here. Thijs is thinking about all of his options. There could be some different lines of play with potentially some of their freeze spells.
Yeah, potentially.
If
But,
he freezes right side of the board,
He could, and also ping the 3-1 maybe.
yeah.
Yeah, he could also use Frost Nova and the anti-killbot, such that the anti-killbot attacking the Edwin would, you know, clear it next turn with the Flame Strike Paint. But he's actually going to spend a Fireball.
Yeah, he's going to set up the Flame Strike for next turn.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, that's a really nice play. Ostkaka will not be able to play any minions here.
And one of the win conditions against Rogue is clearing their minions. And oh no, no space for the Lothar.
He could eviscerate, but I mean, how do you make that play? How
Are
do you
you going
possibly
to
make that play?
That would be an insane play.
My mind would be blown if he actually went for it.
And he's going for it! Wow!
Eviscerating his own blood makes dullness.
Wow.
To get that load, he knows there's a Flame Strike coming on the following turn. And he's
That's very heads up because Thijs doesn't have the Frost Nova. Usually Frost Nova is the counter to Lothar. It costs 8 mana, you can still play it. But now Thijs just can't do that. And look at the quote-unquote positioning. The biggest 3 minions are separate on the 1st, 4th, and 7th position. That's just amazing.
That's so amazing, yeah. On the other hand, he also knew that Violet Tisha is not gonna create the minion.
He knows that the Ice Block is getting popped anyway if he chooses to use the Cone of Cold, so it seems like he's going to hold on to it for now.
Alright, so he's going for anti-Healbots.
Still gonna set up for the Flame Strike. And,
How much damage is there incoming?
That's a lot of damage. We see, let's see.
10, 16, 18, plus 6,
So
24.
24 clearing the board next turn of Flame Strike and setting up Ice Block, and then drawing the Alexstrasza to heal himself. He already went to the route of clearing all of Ostkaka's minions and winning that way by fatigue. So the game plan changes a little bit here.
Yeah, it's a good strategy, but Ostkaka is the one who was able to cast Sprint and get even more cards. So we tried to set up the kill with the dagger. Is Alexstrasza the only out not to die?
It would seem so. Wow, sapping an Acolyte as well, just to prevent additional card draw from Thijs.
Yep. Decides that he does not need the sap anymore for anything else. Denying that card draw. He knows that that Acolyte will not only draw 1 card, but at least 2, maybe even 3.
Both players are so calm. Just look at their faces. They're calculating, thinking about everything. They're here at the...
Both should be able to clear the game.
Yeah, and there's no more ice block for Thijs, no more ice barriers. All the secrets are out. Everything is plain inside.
Yep, and because Ostkaka knows that Alexstrasza is the only way that Thijs can stay in the game, he feels comfortable in healing himself.
There is still a that chance with the Ice Lance in combination with the Alexstrasza in case that the oils would land on the right minions, but Blizzard not going
Blizzard
to
not
do
the
it.
card, and Ostkaka having the SI7 agent can actually deal the remaining damage after the board gets frozen.
Even the Flurry can also deal that 1 damage that's remaining.
Yep, Thijs needs to fish for a card right now. He's in a very desperate situation here.
Absolutely.
All right, so he's fire blasting the minion to see what he can get.
There is no card that Thijs can draw
Yep,
here, and
that's
goes for
not
the
it.
cone of cold Icelands. If you're looking from his point of view, there is still that tiny chance, but Thijs knows with 6 cards in Ostkaka's hand, that it's highly likely that there is going to be a card that
Flurry's gonna
ends
do
the
it.
game.
Yeah, Ostkaka's taking game number 2 over Thijs.
Very impressive.
Yeah,
very,
leads.
very impressive.
Yeah.
Not gonna deal any more damage
Yeah.
throughout this game, and it's a play that you don't feel too bad playing about. Once again, Thijs' strategy is to reduce you down to fatigue, and then just fizzle you out with armor. So I don't think there is a situation where you need to Alex Strasser yourself.
I'm trying to think if there's any reason not to play the Alex Strasser. And Ostkaka also thinks it's the best play in this situation, and he does put it down. And this is likely to be the double armor smith turn from Thijs, and he's going to get a lot of armor.
Yeah, with the Patron, with the Deathspite, Death Rattle, with the Inner Rage, this armor is gonna soar up really, really high.
Yeah, even though he got that damage from Alex Strasser. It's one of the winning strategies. Such a small armor smith, but it's giving an advantage.
How much is it gonna be?
That's
He's at 11 right now, so he's going to
That's +2 of the Inner Rage.
double
Right.
whirlwinds,
But
one
you
from
do-
the dead spot.
No, you do need to use the execute.
That is true.
Yeah,
Has
so
to
you
use the
do not get the whirlwind, but you still have a board of armor smiths. So
Yeah, that's
shouldn't be
still
unhappy
quite a
about
bit.
that. Yeah.
+8.
Yep, and with that board, when Ostkaka chooses to AoE down the board, he is going to get another round of armor.
Oh man, that's 12 armor since there are 6 minions on the board,
Yeah, so the best way to deal with that board is having a Doomsayer.
Doomsayer,
possibly.
yes.
right?
Absolutely.
Thanos Blizzard is also or Flame Strike.
Whoa.
There you go. Count in his hand that yes, Thijs did use 1 execute. So if I play another threat, my second threat will be bigger. For example, Emperor and Antonidas, those are usually the big threats, right? And another thing you realize is that Ostkaka didn't use his Arcane Intellect very early on, and that was actually really good because it's going to get him closer to fatigue. So all these...
We would just see that concede from Ostkaka, but when you're playing for this much, you kind of want to play it out, even if you know that it's very unlikely that you're going to win in the end.
Certainly.
Super unlikely. Thijs has a an Inner Rage on the Gramash. That's 12 less health from Ostkaka, but there is an Ice Bear, so 4 less health. But that's still, still damage.
Yeah, and weapons as well. So Fireworks is 3 damage. Deathspite is supposedly +8 in the course of a couple of turns.
Well, Mad Scientist not gonna do much. All of his secrets are either played or in his hand right now.
But it's a minion. You can deal damage with it. That's important.
That is...
It does deal that too. Trades with the Wider Warx charge.
Every point of damage matters. Ostkaka can deal 1 damage every turn. Thijs can heal 2 damage every turn.
On the flip side, every card draw minion doesn't matter. And it actually matters more that you do not play them at all.
And Thijs is playing a lot of cards in his deck. He still has the Battle Rage ahead of him. 1 more Gnimsh Inventor?
Yeah, possibly. Just things that you don't want to play ever.
This game is so
Oh,
interesting.
Emperor finally comes into the hand of Ostkaka.
I haven't seen that concede from Ostkaka. I'm not sure what exactly is going in his head right now. Maybe he's trying to think about the other matchups. Maybe like how to beat this, how to beat Thijs' other decks with his Freeze Mage.
So one of the reasons
later
might
on.
be that he wants to fatigue Thijs.
But
Like
I mean,
mentally, not in the game.
that could be the case.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, at the end of the day, it is for, $250,000, right? You might as well just, give the option for your opponent to make a mistake.
Yeah.
Because why not?
Absolutely. And Thijs is in a bad spot overall in his match.
Yeah, he goes with his Stick of his Guts here.
And fatigue hits a bit.
Yep.
Got out of cards. That was the Fireball, the last card. So how much damage is available for him? There is an
Not
Ice
45.
Yeah, that's not 45.
Yeah.
But it's some. All right, Icelands is 5, Frostbolt is 4, it's 9 plus 7, it's 16. Amaz math correct?
My math says it's not 45.
That's pretty true.
Yeah.
Thijs here thinking whether or not to attack with that Death Spy. Those Gnimsh Inventors and Acolytes of Death completely useless in his hand right now.
Well, the answer is why not, because you do know that Ostkaka played an Ice Bear already. He doesn't even have a second one.
Yep, that is true.
Perfectly fine.
All right, Ostkaka taking first fatigue damage.
Yep. From now on out, the ice blocks from Ostkaka completely worthless. Those do not work. against the fatigue, because fatigue damage is taken in the beginning of the turn, and secrets only trigger on your opponent's turn.
Unless you actually play a heal bot, and then fatigue will not kill you. There is like an instance, so that your opponent will not be able to proc ice block.
Well, are you... That's Malorn, I'm thinking. Malorn means that you never fatigue, but
Yeah. All right,
Ostkaka realizes
go.
it. So,
Dice takes game number 3.
there you
Still
go.
alive. But then if you get the Antonidas on the board and get those fireballs, your opponent has to deal with the Antonidas.
Oh, a preemptive Doomsayer from Thijs. He knows that there is the coin still in Ostkaka's hand, so it's one of the better ways to preemptively deal with it. In case that he doesn't go for that.
Wow.
This
is so good. He might still go for the Antonidas and fireballs here, because after that he can just smash Thorison and he will have so many cheap.
Oh wow, really? I mean, if he Emperors this turn, next turn his Antonidas cost 6, his fireballs cost 3, Ice Lance are cheap, you have like limited fireballs pretty much.
Yeah.
So yeah, Emperor has to come down here.
Yeah, you can't say no to an Emperor like this. There's so much value in it right now.
Oh no.
He's going to go down to the Doomsayer, but he's still in excellent shape.
Thijs does not look happy about that because Doomsayer, it was supposed to stop your opponent from playing their entire turn, but Ostkaka still managed to find. Well, yeah, but the thing is like,
It might be an ice block.
yeah, the threat of Ice Block is too high, and the threat of Antonidas sticking on the board is also very, very high. We do know both players play anti-heal bots, so.
Well, you just need to calculate the damage, right? If you feel like opponent will have a way to deal with your ice block next turn, then you absolutely kill Antonidas.
Right, but yeah, you just kill Antonidas. It's too risky not to.
Fireball, Ice Lance deals with that, but he doesn't get the damage to his opponent's face.
Yep, doesn't really matter though. He cycles 3 of these cards for fireballs. I'm pretty sure the coin is going to change into fireball. Oh no, he's actually going to keep the coin.
Yeah, with that coin he could potentially cast 3 fireballs on the same turn, because one of the fireballs is discounted to 3 mana cost.
Absolutely.
Very cool.
So Thijs needs to deal with the Antonidas. It's not difficult. He can just fireball and ping.
Okay, both players have Alexstrasza.
It's like Savjz is so useless for Thijs now.
Don't underestimate just yet, because if Ostkaka does go
Pull the trigger.
aggressive,
Yeah.
you can have the answer to it. But because both players know they have an Alexstrasza, they're going to be very, very careful with the burn. So, for example, if Thijs just goes all out and just spends 2 fireballs, use the ping, and then Ostkaka follows up with Alexstrasza, Thijs doesn't have any more reach.
I feel like this match, the previous game that we've seen going into Fatigue, and then Freeze Mage Mirror, is the embodiment of the European metagame. Most of the European players, they favor control. So, there's
my
a lot
goodness.
of
All right, well,
Thijs is changing up his game plan. He's going to try to fatigue Ostkaka.
yeah, playing the Acolyte might prove to be Ostkaka's downfall. He's going to lose a card. Frost Nova doesn't really matter. But if we have, you know, a card count here, Ostkaka might be closer to fatigue than Thijs is.
Yeah. So we are going to see a lot of hero power being used.
Yep, Emperor finally comes in hand. That is the last threat. Besides Alexstrasza.
Yeah, good card for Thijs right now. That is
Especially
going to force Ostkaka probably to use one of the last remaining fireball on it, because he doesn't have an AoE to.
Yeah. Oh,
remove.
never mind. Blizzard comes in the hand. Wow.
He's going to go aggressive here. Double Frostbolts and
This seems like it's the turn for Ostkaka to go and pop the ice block here. He's going to establish the Doomsayer to actually prevent the Alexstrasza coming down. That is really, really cool. But
Wow, such a great setup.
Actually
Thijs
doesn't.
can actually kill the Doomsayer.
That is correct, because of the discounts on those cards. Thijs can play the Frostbolt in addition to the Alexstrasza.
Yeah, usually you can't do that. Usually either clear the Doomsayer, as does exactly that.
Here we go. There is that Alexstrasza coming from Thijs.
And Emperor will have another tick. That's also important.
Not too relevant right now, as half of Thijs' cards don't want to get played anyways, but whoa.
He's actually...
Wow, he's actually
going
sacrificing
to
his
remove
board.
that.
Okay. It's very interesting. And Ostkaka has 1 more card left, which means that Thijs only needs to deal 9 damage, and he's going to win the game, because once...
I don't think he should necessarily ping here.
Right. So it's just going to be Ice Block pass, most likely?
Right.
Yep. And he is
Good
going
catch.
to miss 1 damage there. No, that is not a mistake. He's done the math.
Oh, anti-Killbot though. It's really interesting.
Yeah, that's pretty good for Ostkaka. There's a lot of health gain, so this game is far from over.
Yeah, because Thijs is going to draw his fatigue as well. This Ice Bearer is going to come into play though. The only damage Ostkaka can do is through minion combat.
Yeah, and with one ice barrier up and the second one in Thijs' hand, it looks like he is going to most likely be able to win this game.
Right, and also a Corner Cold, right?
Yeah, that also doesn't hurt.
He lost one ice block already. Thijs. Yes.
Thijs did
Yeah.
lose an ice block, but it really doesn't really matter right now.
It really doesn't matter
Yeah.
because we are at fatigue. In any case, Ostkaka, considering his options, if he does not play an Alex Straza or the heal,
Whoa!
Wait.
That is
Wow.
really clever. So now Thijs can't actually kill him
This is incredible.
because he
thinks it's so
can't play up to 8 damage.
Yeah, Thijs is confused.
I mean, there is a little bit of a light bulb that comes up when your opponent doesn't ping you with the hero power. So I guess I'll do it for you.
Yeah, absolutely. He's so
really good
nice
point.
at the word stage.
Oh man.
This was brilliant.
that truly was amazing.
Oh no! Look at it's like Thijs. My plan got foiled.
You lose a turn, right? Like, what
You
can
do.
you do?
Oh, he's looking like he's really in pain right now. He
man.
knows that he almost had the game in the bag.
Full value off of Alex Rosa, and of course another 8 from the anti-heal bot. Oh, and now Thijs is going to do a preemptive Doomsayer.
Well, Ostkaka doesn't have the burst to win here, but still, it really messed up the plan that Thijs had.
That's
ready.
true, but now it's interesting because Ostkaka's going to take 2 damage, so Thijs only needs to deal 6. So Ostkaka can't just go with the strategy of pinging himself again. It's not going to work this time.
Yeah, it's certainly not going to work, so he will be forced to play either the heal bot or the Alex Straza this turn.
Oh, and the
Ostkaka gonna do? Can he play anything? He's going for the heal bot.
Yep, going for that 16. But unfortunately, Thijs has the Frostbolt to deal the remaining damage. Wow.
Taking some fatigue damage, but
Yep,
no.
and it seems like Ostkaka pulled the trigger a bit too early. And Thijs is going to weather the storm and go to game 5.
That game was so good. So
Wow.
good. And Thijs is tying the series. 2 fatigue wins.
So relieved right now. You
How
just see
crazy
the
is this
face.
series?
That was amazing. With that being played, it was such a cool play from Ostkaka, but
You know, we don't see anything like a Shadow of Pain or anything.
and there's also no dragon for those corruptors right now in Thijs'
Oh, yeah.
So Battle Cry would not activate.
And this means Ostkaka can even think about playing Loot Hoarder just to cycle it into another card.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Ostkaka really low on cards now.
Wow, gonna draw that card immediately to dodge the Cabal Shadow Priest.
Yeah, that's a good play there. And the Doomsayer drops down. There's nothing to kill it.
All right, Thijs needs to find an answer, and that is not one of those. So his whole board is going to get wiped here, and he can't really even develop anything.
No, he can draw one card with the North Shadow Cleric though. Maybe he could find a card to deal it. No, that's not going to do it. He has a lot of spell power, so the Holy Nova would be 4 damage, but still not enough.
And
Yeah.
wow,
Yeah.
what a turnaround. Ostkaka has stabilized. See if he can leverage this somehow.
That Frost Nova was need to use a Fireball here to deal with Dr. Boom.
Or do you? Do you just play, you know, perhaps the Doomsayer and heal yourself for 7?
I think it's also possible that he would go for some kind of cycle on the Blood Mage. Yes,
Okay.
Seems, yeah, he's going for it. He wants to double his chances in finding that Alex Straza
There you go.
for the next turn.
Let's see how much the Boombox hit. One
One.
and
Oh,
double
that's-
one.
One.
That's so bad for Thijs.
That is
So good for
disaster
Ostkaka, though.
Thijs.
Oh wow, it's gonna actually Ice Lance to Dr. Boom, and once again Thijs is faced again. Wow,
But
Valence chosen.
This time Thijs can deal with that. With
That's
the
true.
Blackwing Corruptor, Holy Nova, or Blackwing Corruptor, Valence chosen. There's a lot of ways to do this.
Mm-hmm.
But also just Valence chosen.
And
hit it,
Corruptor.
And yeah, Corruptor. Yeah, that's the most likely one because that gives him the most possible power on the board.
This is so good for Thijs.
Yeah.
This is the second Doomsayer. We've seen a Flame Strike, so there is only Blizzard left.
That's right, and a very good position here. Ostkaka draws a Blizzard, once again can stall the game out. But keeping the Holy Novas for Thijs is actually so important. He can play Holy Nova into Hero Power, heal himself for 4th over 2 turns, that's 8 health. So that's a lot of health gain.
Oh, that's the second Fireball. So this means that the game can still end if there is an Alex Straza.
Hope that is not the case.
So this might be the last draw for it.
very well be.
Possibly.
If he draws an Alexstrasza after that, he will not be able to play Ice Block and Alexstrasza in the same.
Yeah, he'll have to go with another strategy, perhaps clearing the board and then Alexstrasza hitting the face. But Shadow Word Death is going to make short work of it.
It's so amazing that Thijs is so close to winning this game.
Very important draw here for Ostkaka. He gets Alexstrasza!
Oh my goodness!
Oh my god!
Top!
Wow!
This is incredible!
That's exactly the card you're looking for. Now Thijs is going to be reduced down to 15 health. And 4 extra healing is the maximum thing you can do. And of course, Ostkaka has the 19 damage. Can Thijs actually get away
with
from
the spell
this?
damage, is the Strasza, without drawing it, the game was in Thijs' hand.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just a very
It would have
last
been really
moment.
difficult.
So Thijs goes through the motions,
Yep.
gets the Ice Block.
Yeah, of course you want to use the hero power because you can Holy Nova next turn and hero power to get even more healing. But unfortunately for him, the Emperor reducing the Ice Lance is just enough to finish the game. Ostkaka is going to the Grand Finals and is going to have a chance at the World Championship.
He just needs to go for the motions.
Yep.
Double Fireball is 12, Frostballs is 15.
Yeah, gotta not tremble now with your fingers. Gonna just drag the 4 spells directly to Thijs' opponent, and that's the game.
Yeah, that is game.
Oh.
And with that Frostbolt and Ice Lance,
Wow.
it is apparent that Ostkaka takes it, and he goes to the finals of the World Championship. What a match.
I still can't believe it.
What a match.
It looks so bad for him. He was hoping to get the Alexstrasza, not getting it. Then on the last moment, he actually gets it and has exactly the 19 damage that he needed to lethal there.
I can't believe how close Thijs was with this Priest.